sleeping because I need to get back again in the evening at night. It's usually 7 p.m., 7 p.m. Most of those buses, those who have gone to Kampala. So the buses leave at 7 p.m. And the equivalent, the other side, we used to leave at 7 p.m. So 7 p.m. Saturday night again, now with my bags, with everything, I come back again and I travel back the whole night Saturday and I arrive Sunday morning. When I arrive, of course, I'm very tired. I reach home, I sleep a bit. And then when afternoon or in the evening reaches, I start arranging my how I'm going to go. I start SMSing, who am I going to take to these bags? I used to maybe have gone with an investment of 100,000. And when I sell within 15 days, I used to get back 100, the capital, and I make a profit of 100,000. And we used to share with a friend that we used to do this job with. So that changed my life from then. And I realized that it is possible. All you need, of course, is commitment and understanding that you as an individual, you are a brand. So going all through, as I have said, I was able to get very good capital from this business. I was able to move forward, fast forward, and be able to manage these 3 companies that I currently do that are profit making and literally have changed my family and myself in terms of being a businesswoman. So today now we discuss this journey that I've had. What has made me successful? First, number one, what made me successful is to understand that me, Susan Nyotta, am a brand. So who is Susan Nyotta? It is a business lady who works with integrity. It is a business lady who keeps their promise to their client. It is a business lady who has different passion in life. And the passion for me has always been, of course, adding value to each and every client, whether individual or a customer that I meet. And I go overboard. I always say the wow effect. So this has won for me on every extra business that I've done down the line. And remember, I have never had a career problem where I have met my boss telling me that, Susan, you are not doing your job. I have not met that. And any boss who will even watch me, I can proudly and confidently say that I give every employer that I have met my extra. I give my all, and I always ensure that my employer wins, because I believe in God blessing the works of your hand. And if I'm able to bless the company that blesses me with a monthly salary, equivalently the skills and the knowledge that each employer has empowered me to be able to learn, to have a platform to grow. This is what is building who Susan Nyotta is. And therefore, this has not changed in the input that I'm able to add value to my employer. So when you grow, as you grow in your career, remember that, let's say you are working the 8 to 5. I have said that I don't even literally work 8 to 5. I do the training, let's say I start at 6, so meaning I can up literally at 4 a.m. with my small 7-month-old baby. And then again, you'll find me even doing extra training, maybe 7 to 8, because of the different dynamics of our business. Meaning now at the end of it all, by the end of that day, when I switch off my phone, I'm very strict. And those who know me, understand me, I'm very selfish with my time. So once you understand you are a brand, because that's what people don't build. When I see my friends, they start selling things in the booth. They start selling vegetable. When was in, then I saw everyone in their car going outside selling vegetables in the booth. I respect them and I accept that. But the question is, when you're doing that job, are you doing because you are desperate? Are you doing literally because you didn't have any other plan, you as an individual, and you literally have to copy what another person has done? And if you try to copy what other people do, most likely you will fail. Why will you fail? When you meet Susan Nyotta working, if you try to copy Susan Nyotta, you might lose something somewhere. Why am I saying like that? First of all, me as Susan Nyotta, I have grown career-wise and business-wise because of having a very supportive life partner. Because my husband does not, constrain me in going for something that I want. I let him know what I want to do. We discuss the business we are getting into. I am, of course, his best marketer. You'll meet him one day and ask him, any business that we do, I am the best marketer for our family businesses. And so each time that I go to do business, like today when I woke up in the morning, you know it is the first week of the month. I had to drop some of the invoices to some of the companies that I offer goods and services. After that, I had to go see some clients because this is my business that I'm doing. This is the end of the year, so I need to start continuing the building of business relationship with my clients to be able to embark into 2021. So I've had a very busy day from 8. Literally, I entered house, I think, at 5 p.m. because Saturday and Sunday is for Susan Nyotta, the business lady. Evenings, very early in the morning, is time for Susan Nyotta, the business lady. Weekday, Monday to Friday now, the time that I'm able to offer my company the expected time, equivalently, you'll meet now Susan Nyotta, the trainer and business development expert. So what I am telling you is do you, don't do others. Because I'm saying, maybe now you might have an issue of not having a supportive life partner. And therefore, when I was out there, my husband was definitely relaxing at home with our children. And when I was doing and serving my clients outside there, I did it more than 100% because I knew my kids are okay at home. I knew that I have left my family comfortable, and therefore I'm going to give my best outside there. The other dynamics of doing, of course, the side hustle business, it comes with you. Are you doing personal development? So when you decide that now I'm going outside there and I'm going to do like Susan Nyotta, the question is, on a daily basis, I read 2 books. And I have mentees, I know they are watching me. Thank you, Bayo, and the others who are in the house today. I read 2 books. In the morning, I read a book that adds value to me in my career, okay? And in the evening, I read an extra book that adds value to me, the brand Susan Nyotta. So these 2 books that I'm able to read, and my mentees know we read them with them, we read 15 pages a day, and by the time you're sleeping at night, you are supposed to share a summary. So you see, me as Susan Nyotta, when I wake up to come talk to you, I have added value to me as an individual, as a career woman. And then I have added value to me as an individual, as a business woman. Then when you meet me outside there in the market and you decide maybe to do what Susan Nyotta is doing, you might fail. Because are you adding value the way I am adding value to myself? Thank you, Eunice Kihumba in the house, one of my other mentees. So are you adding value to yourself on a daily basis? And that's why if you want to succeed, have a romantic relationship with books. Don't joke with books. Don't listen to what people say about books. All I can encourage you, have personal relationship. Literally, I call it a romantic relationship with the books, because you are able to gather knowledge to empower you to move to the next level. Thank you so much. Then when now we have said, now we have moved to you adding value, I am able now to be an expert in what I do. So when I go, because we deal with now with tenants, when we deal with tenants, with me and my husband, we are doing the real estate. So when we build and we are dealing with our tenants, they call us the landlords. Do we give them the best service? My tenants are the happiest. I remember when people were struggling with Corona, me and my husband, we did not struggle. Why didn't we struggle? Because we have delved into real estate development, and we are going for a clientele, an ideal clientele. Now, when people were finding finances had an issue, truthfully for us, we had people who were waiting to join to our to our buildings. The tenants were waiting. We had a line waiting for us because we have marketed ourselves in different platforms. So literally, I used to tell them, don't worry, we can wait and see by next month, you can be able to come us. So our income did not reduce at that time. Therefore, for us, this is the time. I remember I was on maternity leave. When I was on maternity leave, it was the best time for me because that is the time that I was able to assist my husband because he is in a very, very engaging career. Therefore, that is the time I was able to also assist him to build more because I was more at home with my baby. So I was nurturing my baby and I was able to help him where he needed, and especially on the marketing part to ensure that the buildings are full with tenants. That is, again, the same time that I was able to have me time and expand my businesses, get more clients so that I increase my platform. So if you move to the level of you love your bed, then you're going to have a very clear relationship, a very good romantic, again, relationship with poverty. And that is my next discussion. That for you to be successful in side hustle, when I see that we work for 8 to 5, and you know you give your boss only 8 to 5, please note, I don't think you are the right person to join business, to join the side hustle, because side hustle you can't even work 8 to 5. You cannot work 8 to 5. You cannot work Monday to Friday. You can't do that. I work according to my clientele time. My clientele call me like today. They tell me they need this service. They think we need to improve this the next 2021. I don't start telling them I'm tired. I get into the car and I move and go serve my client. My clients call me in the evening. I pick their calls. And I know some of my friends have always asked me, why do I have 2 mobile phones? I have 2 mobile phones because one mobile phone is my career, me as a career woman, and the other mobile phone is for me as Susan Nyotta. So when these 2 phones, I work with them on a daily basis, I'm able to serve these 2 entities in my life more than 100% at a day. So the points for the day, because we want to open for questions and answer. First thing for you to have a successful side hustle, first thing is that you need to understand money skills. Because if you don't understand money skills, you are going to struggle with side hustle. You are going to lose balance. If you are employed, you're going to start having distraction. And that is what most employers get to see from employees who decide to delve into side hustles. But I am coming to tell you it is not supposed to be like that. I give my best to my employers, and I know some of the people that I serve are on this platform right now, they can attest. I give more than 100%. Why do I do that? Because me as Susan Nyotta first, I don't struggle financially. When I go to work to my employer, yes, the money issue is very important, but I have moved to the level of I want to be the best that I can be at any respective time in the position that I am serving the company is. So it is not the desperation of money, because I saw one of my very close friends having early retirement. My same age mate at 36, they had a car loan, they had a mortgage, and they had early retirement. And it was the most stressing time for my friend. It was the most stressing 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line for some of my friends in the industry who had to go for early retirement. But you find that this doesn't have to happen, because when I serve my employer currently, at the back of my mind, I don't struggle so much with the financial issue. So I don't work from a desperation point of view. I don't work like that. I work from the point of adding value to my employers and every person that I serve on a daily basis to my employees. And this has empowered me. It has been something that has moved me, and my career growth has happened in a very positive way without any strength at any stage I've had in my career growth the last 13 years. Because every year I am adding value to my employer. Every year I serve to add value. I don't serve to only get a salary. So I don't wake up to look at 8 to 5 o'clock. That is why I will do my trainings at 6 a.m. and I will still do my trainings 7 to 8 p.m. Because for me, it is not looking at it. No, now it is 5 o'clock. Mimi sitafanya kazi tena for this company. No, it is adding value. And at the extra time that I have, now I don't joke again with the extra hours that I have. When I click my clock, it is time to serve the Susan Nyotta, the business lady, I do it. So when you understand that the first reason for you to start having a successful side hustle is that number one, be a brand. Be a brand as an individual. So be a brand meaning you are an entrepreneur and start having an entrepreneur mindset. So whoever you are serving, whoever you work for now, are you serving them to the best level? Are you taking advantage of that opportunity to learn the best you can so that you can empower yourself as an individual? You can imagine I told you my degree is for 11 years. And therefore, in these 11 years that I did my degree, I always smile about it because I had to drop out. I'm a dropout, dear ladies and gentlemen. I had to drop out to take care of my family and go hustle at that time when I had to stop going to campus. And so at that time, it was fire in the furnace. It was painful, but that is when the business lady Susan Nyotta was built. And I thank God for that, because that is the time I learned what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses. Okay, that is the time that I did a contractual job for 6 good years. I could not get a car loan, I could not get a house loan, and a salary of 15,000, and I was paying help 4,000, so I was taking home 10,000, and I had even a house girl at that time. And equivalently, my husband was also growing in the career at that time. So all our salaries were not big salaries. But that is when Susan Nyotta, the business person, was built. Because that is when I started becoming a brand. All other education levels I have gained up to now that now I'm going to pursue my master's. Team, I add value to me first. So that when everyone meets me as Susan Nyotta, they say, when I meet my clients, where have you been, Susan Nyotta? And when I meet my employer, they say, where have you been also, Susan Nyotta? Because both of them win. There's none who loses, because I have learned that I am a brand for me to be able to manage this. Distraction, I don't know the language of that, because I balance both of them, because I know the value both of them give me. So once we move from brand, we have said the second thing is the money skills. The first money skill you must learn on the side hustle is to make money. I remember the first profit I got. Oh my husband is the only one who knows. It was in cents. We laughed. And maybe I should have shared for you that statement. So in this process that I had, the first money I made was in cents, a profit of cents, not 1 shilling. It was cents. And I remember when I got that statement, I sent it to my husband and I told him, sweetheart, we might get the cent, but I know the millions are coming. And that prophecy that I did that day, it came to truth down the line. So it is a process. Making money is not instant. Haitakuja na imwagike. It has been a painful, struggling, very sweating, literally tears journey of disappointment. But at the end of it all, I won, because I knew me, I am building the brand of Susan Nyotta. And each step that I make, I will make a cent now. But I know when I empower myself, I know when I start adding value, then money will start following me. Number two, after I started making this money, the one I'm telling you to make a 100% profit from the bank when we used to sell in the bank times, I started saving money. So this money I never touched. I started saving it to grow more business, to go back to school, to improve my selling skills, my marketing skills, my credit management skills, because we know these are the struggles of the businesses. And so I started saving money immediately. I did not start squandering, because that's what people do. Squander your little profit, save it, because you need it to grow your business. Number three, I started investing the money. The little 30 cents, the little 10 shillings, 100, 1,000, they went growing, and I started investing, where I put them in platforms where now shilling started building more shilling without my effort. And this is where it was not hard for us to delve into real estate. So any plot we were able to get, tulishikilia. Na tukashikilia na tukaziweka hata bila fencing. And I know people say that why are you getting such kind of property? Get them. Don't listen to people. Don't listen to people when you want to get into business. Listen to you, because if you are not looking for a mentor in business who is successful, the other people will just give you stories and their dreams and their imagination and their copycat ideas. And that's why I'm very keen with going for mentors. So the mentor who worked with me, all those journeys all through, they have been able to strengthen me and be able to advise. So after investing this money, and that's why I moved from what I was doing in the beginning to even delving into things like real estate, because now, you know, when you get into such kind of business, my effort, there's a contractor doing your job. So your job is to go get the money to be able to continue building. When they build, they leave me the building, they leave us the building. Then we get real estate management company. They manage the company. They give me, when people pay their salary, they deal with the headaches of the real estate. So you never find Susan Nyotta anapigana na tenants uko. The other point is learn to delegate if you want to win in a side hustle. Learn to delegate. And that's where now you start multiplying money. Then when money starts multiplying, the most important thing is how do you maintain it? How do you maintain the money? So that's why I have 3 companies. I started with 1. The second one, the third one is maintaining my money. So I'm not scared of tomorrow. I'm not scared when I reach 50, when I reach 60. And that's why when you meet Susan, the only thing you can say is, Susan, where were you before I met you as my client? And if you're my employer, where were you, Susan? Because the only thing Susan will do for you is add value to you. And last but not least, dear team, when it comes to money skills, is enjoy the money. Please learn to enjoy the money. That is why this morning I was very early going outside there to deliver invoices and talk to my clients preparation for year 2021. Why was I doing that? Enjoying my money is very key, and I enjoy it with my family. I make sure where I live, I'm comfortable. I make sure I even go personal holidays, ninaenda holiday, so that I can go and sit down as Susan Nyotta and rejuvenate, because you can imagine how many hours I sleep. You can imagine how many days I rest. So I need to go give back to Susan Nyotta. I need to go back naingia hiyo sauna. I need to go back and swim. I need to go back, I spoil myself with food. I need to go back and I have a dancing evening. I need to go back and I enjoy with my girlfriends. We go and make noise. Because enjoy your money. When every time I enjoy my money, the next time I go outside there, I make money like no one's business. Because I say, if I went to South Africa, next time I'm going to Mauritius. If I went to Mauritius, next time I'm going to go to Greece. And if I went to Greece, next time I'm going to buy. Are you seeing now how you start winning? Because what is your why for doing the business? For doing the business, please understand your why is making money. You make the money, save the money, invest the money, multiply the money, maintain the money, and now start enjoying your money. The next point is work like you are broke. Please work like you're broke. I have increasingly continued growing my career, and each time when I wake up to serve my employer, I work like the first day I entered the office after I was employed. I work not only to impress, but to add value. And equivalently in my job, as I have grown my 3 companies, I serve them and I serve my clients and I add value to them like a broke person. So yes, I am getting the money. Yes, I am improving. But me as Sue Nyotta, when you meet me today, when I'm pitching for my business, I will pitch it like I am looking for the less than in cents shilling profit I got the first time. I might get the million now, but I will still serve you like the days I started serving when I was getting the cents in the shillings. So I have not changed. I have not changed, because each time you grow, when you start letting money get into your mind, when you start letting positions get into your mind, then you start losing track. And that is why you see employers are very concerned with employees who have side hustles, because ulikuwa unafanya kazi vizuri, umeanza kuuza mboga kwa boot. All of a sudden, senye unatakana kuwa ukifanya kazi employer ndio unauza mboga. Hata Mungu hawezi kukubariki. The Lord will not bless the work of your hand because you're stealing the time for your employer. You will not serve them diligently. And this is where me and Matthew tunasikizana, because now we go to the other thing, the other discussion after working that you're broke is time management. Team, the best thing I have gained and won in building a successful side hustle is opening the most important cabinets in my life. So I have chest drawers in my mind, in my heart, and in my life. This is how I want you to picture it to understand me today as I finish. I have a chest drawer of Sue Nyotta, the career lady. Then I have a chest drawer of Sue Nyotta, the business lady for the company of being a financial consultant and coach. Then I have a chest drawer of me being a landlord and a landlady. Then I have a chest drawer of being, again, the CEO and the founder of where I supply goods and services to my clients. Then I have a chest drawer of being a mother. Then I have a chest drawer of being a wife. I have a chest drawer of being a daughter. I have a chest drawer of being a sister, a brother. I have a chest drawer of me and my God. And I have a chest drawer of the rest of the world. That's my friend and everyone else. Each chest drawer is always closed. We have 24 hours in a day. I am very selfish with that time. Each day, I plan my day. Each week, I plan my week. Each month, I plan my month, and equivalently, I end up planning my year. When I set my goals, my goal has to win with those chest drawers. So people ask me, how do you balance your time? I balance my time by just being selfish. There's a time I just switch off phone. So when you look for me Saturday and Sunday, I will decide if you're not in the chest drawer to serve that day. It is me, Sue Nyotta, because it is my 24 hours and it is my time to decide how to share it. Weekdays when I'm serving my employer, equivalently, even my clients know it. I will serve them at given times. I will give them feedback at given time. I will come visit your office at given time, not any time. So be selfish with your time. Open what I call the chest drawers. Know when to open, when to close. Equivalently to my employer, I'm very strict with my time. When I serve my employer, when it's time for my family, I don't joke about it. When it's time for my husband, I don't joke about it. When it's time for my children, I don't cross that line. I don't joke about it. So you need to know that time is the most important thing for you to have a successful side hustle. With those few points, I will remind you to go read Philippians 4:13. Write down Philippians 4:13. That is the homework from Susan Nyotta today. I don't want to say it because if I say it, we are not going to go read it. Go read it. And that is the foundation of my success in my business world as a businesswoman and as an entrepreneur. I am open now for questions. Thank you so much, Matthew. Thank you so much for allowing me to come and add value to our youth so that they don't steal the hours of their employers and so that employees also stop fearing when we do our side hustles. All we need is to have this discussion together and to understand that a human being is as capable as they decide to be. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very, very much, Susan. That has been very deep and very profound. I know we've taken quite a number of lessons home. Thank you so much for your time. We're now going to open the forum for questions and maybe comments from the audience. So if you have any question for Susan, you could please put on the chat. But just a recap, maybe there are people who joined us late. Tonight has been very big. I know a lot is going to be, of course, be addressed the questions, but from what Susan has really shared, I am so much inspired. You know, the way she began it, that it all starts with building your personal brand. And, you know, whatever you are working on, whatever you are doing, you know, you give it your best, you know, have passion. That was very, very deep. You know, he said you can also go an extra mile, give even extra, because you are building yourself. You're adding value to yourself and also to your employer. And little did I know that, you know, by building your brand, you also, you know, adding value to others. You're also adding value to yourself. So she asked a very, very serious question that I've been pondering on, and I know this is a question that you two are going to ponder about tonight. You know, are you doing what you are doing because you are desperate? You know, you could be in a particular niche, but you know, you're just saying, let me just do it because, you know, I need to eat, I need to dress, I need to do this. Are you doing it because you're desperate? She also asked, are you doing it because someone else is doing it? Maybe you saw your friends are in a Mutumba business, or you saw your friends is in the digital field, and so you decided I also want to venture there. No, are you doing it because someone else is doing it? That was very, very, very interesting. And so, yeah, keep your questions coming on the chat. I'm going to go through them. But let's just recap. You know, it's very important for us to pick out these very few important items that she has highlighted in a very a good way. And I know we are going to build on our, we are going to re-strategize and redefine the way we have been doing things. You know, like she asked, are you doing your own personal development? You know, I looked into my life and then I asked, wow, now that maybe there's something I'm attached to, I'm doing. Am I taking some extra time besides that, you know, to build on myself, to read books? Like she mentioned, you know, reading 3 books, and the way we people are known for the culture that we are poor readers. And so as we, you know, believe in the adage that Africans or Kenyans are poor readers, people out here are reading books. That is interesting. So read something that adds value to yourself. That was very, very deep. Thank you very much, Susan. You know, she talked about having a romantic relationship. I've been putting down a few points. I may not go through all of them because I know there is also something that you people have grasped or have captured from this talk tonight. And I won't take much time because of I won't go further into that because of time. And then she highlighted on how now you can build a successful brand, work on your brand, money skills. It's a journey. You don't have to, making money is not just a matter of waking up and tomorrow you're a billionaire or a trillionaire. No, it's a journey. And then she talked about adding value. Of course, I've talked about that. Save in order to grow, invest. Really reiterated on investment. Thank you very much. And, learning to delegate and, of course, inaitwa kupigia mwili pole, giving back to yourself. Thank you very much, Susan, for that. That was very interesting. Now, allow me just to scan through the chat section and find out if there are questions for you, because it's always our culture at least to address one or two concerns from the audience. Somebody says, thanks, Susan. That is Samuel Mukiti. Thank you for following, Samuel. It's good to have you today. Karua Nancy says, great presentation. I'm impressed. And Zembi Nzioka says that was very insightful and encouraging. Somebody called Sylvia says, Asante Sana, was getting fatigued in my business and wondering when will I have rest? Thank you. I feel hopeful. Be thankful with the sense the millions will eventually come. Create time for the rest and the draw as well. Great. Somebody says, how do you identify your side hustle? Okay. How do you identify your side hustle? I have no financial challenges, but I don't have an idea. Kindly, Susan, how do you identify their side hustle?
The side hustle. Great. So the first most important stage for you to identify a side hustle is, what do you love doing? As I have said from this time when I started my career growth, from what we discussed, from a desperation level, when I looked for that sales job, I was looking because I needed to feed my child, early pregnancy, drop out from university. So I identified the side hustle, something that I am good at. So I have never had a problem with sales. I am very good with sales. So anything that came with selling, I work in a bank. The people in the bank, they don't have time to go outside. They work up to holidays, Saturdays, weekends. So I decided I will go bring them the quality clothes and shoes and I sell to them. So nawatumia message, nawaambia kesho nikikuja ofisi, nitakuja nimebeba, unataka hii bag, unataka hii kiatu. So you see, I took advantage of what was easiest for me, my passion, selling. Okay, so look, what is your passion? Are you able to add value and are you not able to struggle? And of course, if you're saying that the other problem is usually capital. So if you're saying you don't have a problem of capital, look, what again are you good at right now? So myself, I'm an expert in sales and marketing and business development the last 13 years. That is my career. That is what I have gone to study for. And so when I decide to venture into a business, I look into that. And when I look into that, I say, now I am a financial consultant and coach. So when I meet the individual or the corporation that need to improve their finances position, they are struggling financially, they're not able to save, they're not able to invest. Me as Susan Nyotta, I am able to be a brand on that part because it is my expertise. So look, what are you an expert at? And that's why I am very keen with who my employer is, because any employer you meet, they will either build you or break you. So any company that I have worked for, they have continued to build Susan Nyotta, the sales person, the marketing expert, the business development expert. So I don't lose Susan Nyotta, the brand. If you are having a problem with capital, Tim, as I told you, why was it easy for me to start that job of financial consulting and services? Because I only needed my mouth, my leg, my eyes, and my ears. So I started reading books. I started following people who are good with finances. because I had gone to school to study economics. I delved deeper. I realized people have a problem with debt management. I went back and got a certificate on debt management. I understood now people are very good with digital sales. I have gone back and I am doing that course. I know I'm graduating, I think next week, with some of my students. So you see, every time, I don't know it all. If you want to win in side hustle, if you don't have money, look for that thing that you can use your mind, your mouth, and your legs. And that's why I'm a financial consultant. You meet me, I will change the relationship you have with money. Because there are days I could not afford a full bread, ilikuwa siku zile za mkati nusu. And that bread, we could eat it twice in 2 days. So you see, money was not there, but I had my brain because I am an expert in something. I went to school for something. I was taught business education in high school. What can I do? Then I have my legs. I go outside there and I meet my clients. Then I have my mouth. I brush my teeth and I go outside there and I tell them, how can I add value to you? What are you struggling with? And that's why I was able to do the 3 companies that I had. I hope that answers the question. I hope so.
Wow, great. That is very well answered, I believe, from the person who asked the question. That has been well addressed. I don't want to dilute, but she has said it begins with what you have passion. Where is your passion? Thank you very much, Susan. Another question from somebody here asks, that is a Galaxy HNS asks, how do you maintain your money? How do you your money?
Great. So after you make money, you have to start saving it. I hope we understand the savings part. Savings part is where you take a share and keep it aside for you to use something for it. Please note the difference between savings and investment, because investment is where you put your money aside for money to build more money, okay? Now, this savings part is very important. And that's why I'm never worried when my clients tell me I have not invested. I'm never worried. I am worried when my clients tell me they have not saved. Because now when you start saving, you start saying, what is the next goal that I'm going to achieve? So you either have short-term goal, middle-term goal, and long-term goal. And my dear youth, please make sure as you start planning for the side hustle, you save for these 3 things. Never save for one. Divide your savings. Because what happens, remember, savings part is to be used for something. And that something is maybe the capital you are talking about to start that business. So maybe you want to start the business, you need a good phone, you need a good laptop. You need to save for it. Okay? So once you are able to save and you now have moved to a level that you can even start investing the money, where you have that extra amount to put aside to build more money, discipline is a must. And the most painful part for you to maintain money is sacrifice. I'll give you my true story. For me and my husband, we lived in Udiru for, I think, 11 years. And every person that I worked with for those 11 years, I grew in my career. And I could have afforded a car. I could have afforded to live in a state where I'm paying 40,000 and even 50,000. But where I was living, you can imagine, I was paying 10,000 in a 2-bedroom. People used to say it is ushago. So, and it is true. It is where I even learned to speak all the Kikuyu I speak now. So it was literally ushago. But remember what happened. When they were paying for 50,000, I want you to count 50,000 Kenya shillings times 12 months times 11 years. Are we counting, my dear audience? 50,000 times 12 months times 11 years that I lived where I lived in a humble place in Udhiru. But when I came out from Udhiru, I moved to the biggest house, my own compound, and I was able to do, I am a landlord. Are you getting the difference? So people would say,
Sorry, we seem to have lost you. I don't know if hello. I don't know if you can be able to hear me, Susan. Well, we seem to have lost her, but we hope we will have her back on the line. Okay, okay. But I know part of our the questions have been well addressed. I could see on the chat somebody had asked another question if Susan, of course, has time for social life, but that was well addressed in her presentation.
Sorry, Tim.
Okay,
Sorry,
thank
am I
you.
back?
Thank you. You're welcome back.
Thank you so much. The challenges.
No, it's okay.
But we
It's
will
okay.
overcome.
Yes, we shall. We shall. Thank you. Thank you for coming back.
Where did
I
I
was just
lose you?
looking.
Maintaining the money. Yes. So the most important thing, that is how you maintain money. Maintaining money is through sacrifice. Maintaining money is choosing who are your friends. Maintaining money is you keeping your money for a given goal. So we wanted to delve into real estate. All our money tunapeleka kununua zile shamba. 10 years later, 6 years later, they are the same shambas that we were able to build. So I have told you, count that money. When they were paying 50,000, because I could afford, we could afford with my husband that time. When they were taking their children, the most expensive, I took my children to the most affordable, the best quality education for them. And now I can pay any school fees that I want. So maintain your money. I hope I've explained the maintaining the money. Maintain your money. Put it for additional value for you. That is the most important. After you have saved, after you have invested, after you have multiplied, you maintain it now. So most of our money went to real estate. And therefore, when people are struggling, when people are scared of unemployment, I am not. Because if anything happened, me being a landlord will take care of me. It is maintaining my finances. So choose that financial driver with time, as we have said. It's not, it's not shortcuts. With time, with a lot of sacrifices. Choose it so that the driver you will choose, like for me, it is real estate. Now, each month, something enters at home without struggle, without sweat. Yes, I sweated the 10 years. Yes, we had tears. Yes, we struggled. But now we have been able to maintain our money, and our money is growing without so much of our effort. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Maybe there was one more question here on the chat. Somebody asked if you do have time for social life. Maybe if I do hope that that was well, you answered well in your presentation, but maybe if you have one or two words to add on that.
Yes, I must enjoy my money, because if you don't enjoy your money, then you're not going to make more. You're going to work out of desperation, out of stress. So yes, I do have a social life. I have girlfriends that, we go for holiday. Follow me on Facebook. You follow my line, you'll see where I've gone for holidays with my girlfriends. I have time with my boys, tunaenda, tunakula, tunaswim. So yes, I do have, and that's why I'm saying put the chest drawers. So there's time to open, there's time to close. It is your choice. So yes, I do have time, because you can't find a smiling Susan when she doesn't have fun time. Fun is so important, and it is a way for you to relax.
Thank you very much. Very important, very important. Thank you so much, Susan. Tim, thank you for your time. Thank you for the great audience. I know the topic tonight has been well handled, and we have at least picked something from tonight's presentation from Susan. Because I don't see any of more questions unless. Have you ever had a burnout? Okay, maybe this could be the last question, and then we now bring this to a conclusion. Somebody asks, have you ever had a burnout?
Yes, yes. I've ever had a burnout. And now and then I still have the burnouts. I was chatting with one of my mentees even last week. I really, really had a very bad headache because it's the end of the year. Where I work, it's a very demanding job. So this year, the end of the year is a lot of work. The same equivalent is the same time again with my customers. They need me now so that I make sure I defend my position to serve them in 2021. So yes, I do get burnouts, but I have learned how to balance. So this is what I do, but maybe it will help someone. When I wake up, as I told you very early in the morning, as in times of almost 4 a.m., I have looked for platforms where I'm able to empower myself. I'm very keen in listening to jazz. So I listen to jazz in the morning very early. If you find me in my home, I listen to jazz. I listen to meditation songs so that they calm my mind. I also ensure that now and then I'm able to be able to do also exercise to remove that tension from the body. And definitely, I love sleeping. I love sleeping. When I feel I'm tired, I sleep. Because if you do not balance all these things, you're going to have burnout. And when you have burnout, everyone loses the balance. So, and at the end of it all, the most important thing, time. No, I always tell people, for you not to have burnout, understand that no is an answer. Learn to tell people no. No is an answer. The way yes is an answer, no is also an answer. And that's where most of us, we struggle with. We don't tell people no. So learn that no is an answer and when to say no. And then look out for people and mentors who are able to, you are able to call them and ask for advice, ask them what have they done in this journey and they have succeeded, and they're able to give you examples of what they are able to do. So I am good with listening to music. I am good with going out to eat. I am good. I have my girlfriends. We just go and spoil ourselves, scream, make noise as ladies, don't care about environment, dress up and look good for each other. I have also time with my boys. They tell me, Mom, it's time to do games. So I tell them, let's choose a game where we are dancing, where they are playing, I don't know, Fortnite, all those stuff. And I sit down and I'm able to release the tension. So just learn to manage your time well and learn that no is also an answer. Learn to tell people no. So people who are around me, they know there's time for Susan, that she must be off. And when she's off, she's off. Back to you. I hope I fully well uh, responded.
Yes, please. Thank you very much. Thank you. Asante sana. I was just saying that it has been a very wonderful night, a great presentation from you, and I want to appreciate all our participants. Of course, on behalf of the convener and the founder of this program, Coach Matthew, I don't know if he will be able to say hi. Uh, I know he's had quite a busy day, but Coach Matthew, if you're on the line, maybe you can say hi before I give it back to Susan to give her final remarks. Okay, maybe we may not be able to get him on the line, but
Okay.
he's been following, and it has been a very, very wonderful night. Maybe just one announcement on 12/12, we will have a timeout for the team. Of course, you people have been very supportive, joining our programs now and then, and so we are going to have a timeout at Ololua. I think the details are going to reach you via WhatsApp, those who are on our WhatsApp platforms. But those who are not, we are going to share a link with you before we end this session. And then we also communicate, we shall communicate on our next program. But for tonight, I want to appreciate you and say asante sana. So before we pray, please, Susan, just give your final remarks, please.
My final remark will come in 2 points. The first part is that no, it might not work today, it might not work tomorrow, but as long as you keep pushing and doing the right thing, you will be able to get it right one time. And when you get it right, you will get that one client who will change your life. The second point, the most important point as a youth, always sit down and ask yourself, how am I adding value? When you ask that question, you will be able to balance your life. Holistically ask yourself, how am I adding value? So how are you adding value to your employer? How are you adding value to yourself? How are you adding value to your family? How are you adding value to your social life? And when you start adding value, then you start becoming a brand and people look for you. And having a side hustle is not a sin, my dear youth. It is not a sin. The sin is when you don't balance yourself. The sin is when you start stealing time from the different chest drawer I have explained to you today. Learn to open and to close each drawer at the respective time. But when you add value, you will never go wrong because you become a brand. And when you become a brand, then you start winning in the businesses. You start becoming the true entrepreneur. And last but not least, know yourself, love yourself, value you, take care of you. Because if you don't do that, how are you going to do all these things to those people or the companies outside there that need from you? So take care of you, build yourself for you, and then you will move now to build for others. Do not forget that at the end of it all, when you leave everything, you always go back home. And when you stand where you live, maybe in a mirror, you ask yourself every evening and every morning, who am I? Who am I? So that question, I'm very good in answering it. And with that, you will be able to win. Don't listen to people. Don't keep following people. Don't be a copycat. Do you. Do you. And everyone can be able to win. Everyone is able to win. The difference in our winning is, do you believe in yourself that much? The difference in our winning is, you as an individual, are you a brand enough to be able to go outside there and add value to whoever meets you? And therefore, there will never be a threat. I still don't understand, and I hear people fearing doing side hustles. I don't understand how an employer will constrain someone to do a side hustle, or an employee will steal the hours of their employer. Just do the right thing at the right time and embrace that yes and no are both responses in life. I am a call away. I know Matthew and this entity has my number. My number is 0721 588256. 0721588256. You can always reach me for any financial advice, for any financial consultation. I'm able to do one-on-one for you and for your businesses. And you can reach me to be able to walk this journey with you. I also mentor people because I am who I am today because I was mentored. Choose a mentor, someone who is doing well and they can be able to show you the right direction. And with that, only fear God and respect man. Those are my last word. Fear God and respect men. Thank you so much. It was an honor to join all of you. I hope I've added value and I'm always a call away. Asanteni sana na mubarikiwe.
Being honored to have you talk to us. Thank you so much. Allow me now to welcome Mary. Mary, if you can hear me, just to close for us with a word of prayer, kindly. Mary, blessed, if you can hear me, kindly. Yeah? Are you there? Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful session that we have had tonight and the words of wisdom that we have got from our venerable mentor. Thank you for all that she has shared from her heart. We ask, Lord, these words may have an impact in our lives. May you transform the lives of everyone that has been on this call. And even my Lord, those that not manage, Lord, we pray that you also help them to Jehovah identify their right purpose in life and also be able to, grow, my Lord and my Father, and achieve that which you created them for, my Lord. Thank you so much for the topic tonight on building a successful side hustle. We pray that you're going to open doors for each and every one of us. And even my Father, the next session, Lord, may your spirit and your favor continue to be with us. In the mighty name of Jesus, we pray and believe. Amen. Thank you. A very
Amen.
wonderful night. You can unmute and say amen and bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Amen. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.